reason you don't want to be seen, because I will share this with the next week. We have 106 people registered, and we've had anywhere from 20 to 50 show up live, and then everybody else seems to be watching it later. So I'm pretty excited about that. In fact, it tops out my Zoom account if everybody were to show up. I suggest that you put your Zoom in speaker mode, so that when Daphne is talking, or you'll be able to see her and you won't have to just see these little tiny buckets. I have everybody on mute. I will adhere. I'm a time Nazi, so we will be done at 10:20. If any of you want to stay on, I mean, I always have my machine ready and heated up. So if there's anything you want to see, I'm happy to stay with you. And we will have a little Q&A at the end if you want to do that. If you do have questions, I will leave the chat box open, put them on there. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. So Daphne, I put this in the email that I sent out. Daphne attended one of my first Zooms, I think back in 2020, you know, just height of pandemic, although it feels like we're back in the height of a pandemic, but she attended one of my Zooms. She has been not only a great customer, but she's been so inspirational. So I told her when she jumped on, I was like, I might just ask you just to say a word or two of encouragement, because I want this to be about that as well. So Daphne, I'm so excited that you decided to join us. Welcome. Tell us about you, your district, and just whatever ideas you have to share.
Okay, so I am Daphne Stickley, school nutrition supervisor for Rockbridge County Schools in Lexington, Virginia. And I've been in school nutrition. I think I started my 36th year this year. 1986 was when I first started. Started out as accounts payable for the program and stuck with it. And I'm so glad I did. I don't know what I would do if I weren't doing this, that's for sure. But I was very interested in coming up with a way when the pandemic hit, how we could do the meals and make them safe for everyone, and plus use them for our summer feeding program. And my mom got Meals on Wheels. So I wanted something that we could do that the meals were packaged like my mother got her meals. So I started, looking around, and Tammy contacted me, and I knew that a school district nearby in Stanton, Virginia had the product and was very happy with it. And so we watched the demonstration, bought a couple of the machines for our schools, and we could not feed our students this year in our schools without having the preferred packaging product. And my staff that are using it love it. They get together in the morning when they get their food all ready, and it's like a party almost. We're working with a couple of different machines, getting everything packaged, and it's a little bit of time getting used to it, but once they did, I don't think they want to go back to doing it any other way. And I just want to say the biggest thing for me is to go out into my schools and help them, learn the machine, figure things out, find one person has that go get 'em attitude, that can be the cheerleader for the school and learn everything that needs to be done, of changing the film or something like that. And we have one at every school that just takes over. But to go out and help them when needed, we're shorthanded like everybody else. And I also believe that being shorthanded, having the preferred packaging product and the materials helps us get it done so much better than if we were trying to serve students in a whole bunch of different lines and didn't have this machine to help us out. But biggest thing I can say is be a cheerleader for your team. Our school system's doing some great things to acknowledge our school nutrition staff as well as other staff in the schools. And just knowing that, letting them know that you're there and can come out and be on hand to help. And fortunately, I have someone in the office that keeps me straight with what I need to do.
So what, and yeah, when I told I mentioned to you all that I mentioned to Daphne when she jumped on that she's been such an inspiration. And like when she's we've just communicated a couple times. I've been frustrated about something, or she's been frustrated about something, and she's just always had this great positive attitude, which is so important during this difficult time. What kinds of things, Daphne, are you all packaging that you find to be, the best items, the most popular items? Are there things you've tried that have not worked well? What about actual food that you're packaging?
Well, we're doing our hot vegetables, and we're doing our entrees, certainly. The things that are most popular with the kids are usually chicken products, chicken nuggets, popcorn chicken. We do hamburgers. We do pizza. We get the round 5-inch pizzas, and we get them in there. We do a deconstructed taco. And so we have everything that can go in the taco, the meat and the cheese, those different things. And so the kids can put it together. And we do our fresh vegetables in the separate cups, and our fresh fruit, or well, not fresh fruit, but our fruit, canned fruit that we have from USDA and things like that.
So do you have pictures of it? I mean, they might like to see. I don't think that I have, because you and I talked in the beginning, you were having trouble figuring out how to get the pizza package, and then you also had French fries. I think you were trying to get in there. If you, anytime in the next week or so, if you have the opportunity to get any pictures, you all can put in the chat boxes there. Would you be interested in seeing that? A 5-inch round, what are you putting that pizza in?
Well, it kind of ends up being a little bit kind of like in the pot like that, or in the pan like that. Sorry, I was just trying to, I don't really need my gloves.
You have to support me with my gloves.
But we sort of have to not fold the pizza, but they just have to sort of sit it down in. And I think you sent us some different ideas of which containers to use to get it to work the best. And so it's just like I'm not sure which, right now, I'm not sure which brand we're getting, because we have to take substitutions when there are some, but it's Glardy or Tony's or something like that. And those are, it's normally an individually done pizza, but the ladies bake them and then just sort of put them in the containers. And but
in the oven tray, right? In the
oven tray. Oh yes, definitely with the perforated film. Or is that what it's called? The perforated film? It's got that little, how do you call that exactly?
It is. It's, in fact, somebody asks, so you have hot and cold options. I thought only cold foods were wrapped. And yes, showing any of the package picture of foods would be great.
Right.
And when we're finished, I'll just, the pictures that some of the other directors have sent me, I just threw them in the PowerPoint. So I'll just flick through them real quick, and Daphne can send hers. So yeah, we have, let me back up. If anybody wants samples, and I'll give you an opportunity to get the catalog in a minute. I'm me, or whoever your rep is in your area, we can send you samples so you can play around and look at it. But we have microwavable trays, oven trays. We have 3-compartment oven trays, 3-compartment microwave trays. We have the individual where you can do hot vegetables that are microwavable. And then we have a bunch of cold options. And then the film Daphne was talking about, it's funny because when I first started, I started actually during COVID, because I was speaking full time to a lot of child nutrition groups, and I lost all my speaking business. And I had sold for Econopack before. So anyway, Preferred contacted me, asked me if I wanted to join. And so I'm selling these oven and microwave trays, but they're all going home. You're sending them all home. So I didn't know anything about any different kind of film, because you wouldn't want perforated film with a frozen meal that you're sending out for people to keep. So anyway, come to find out, when you're actually heating things up and putting them in the steamer, it's very helpful in your kitchen if you have a film that has teeny tiny perforations to let the steam escape a little bit so that things stay crisp and so the seal doesn't blow off. And then also anti-fog, so it looks nice and your kids can see what's in there. And that's worked out pretty well for you.
Yes, definitely. And I think it's popular at all levels, but it seems like with the way we are doing our food now, our high school meals have increased more than we've ever had at the high school level. The kids like being able to take that and it's just worked out great for us. And that school in particular has had an increase in meals. I mean, SSO has certainly helped. We're doing seamless summer option. That
Right.
certainly helped, but everybody knows how tough it is to get a high school kid to eat. And it's been very popular. And
Yeah.
we do our menus based on what the most popular items are. We do a cycle menu, and we sometimes have to tweak it a little bit, depending on what we can get in, but they're doing real well.
So that is a challenge too. So if you have to alter your menu, you're able to have some options because you
Yes.
actually face. And do you think part of it with high school students too is that they're more keenly aware of sanitary and touching, and they know if it's sealed up?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I do think that makes a big difference. We've done something else with, and not that this has to do with, with your product, but
No, anything that will help.
okay, well, we recently, we were having such a hard time getting plasticware. And we work with Merchants Grocery out of Culpeper, Virginia, and they suggested it's a box that has you can get plastic knives, forks, and spoons. We just do the forks and spoons, but the kids loved, especially the high school kids, just pulling out one fork or one spoon. Nobody else has touched it, and that has made a huge difference. We've not had any problem with sourcing because it comes as a kit. It's a company, sets it up. And one of my managers was in hospital food service for a number of years, and she had those types of things in her hospital program. So
is that something you're able to get now? Are you saying?
yeah, we actually just, all of our schools, we ordered them, and then all of our schools, as they got deliveries from the company, they got their kits. So, and the boxes, the footprint of it's probably about 10 inches wide, and it's probably about 7 or 8 inches tall, and it sits on the counter, and the kids just come by and pull out the spoon or pull out the fork, and we just have to fill it up when it's empty.
Okay.
And I can get the information on that.
That's what I was going to say. And I hope you all let me know if what I'm doing is not working well, because what I do is like the next Wednesday with the reminder for Thursday, then I send out, like next Wednesday, I'll send out Daphne's the recording, and I'll send out whatever information she sends me in pictures. So if you're not getting those, let me know, because I definitely want you to have that. And I'm starting to put the recordings on YouTube, because I was uploading them to our OneDrive, and that wasn't working very well at all. People were having to download it, and they were just having trouble. So put in the chat box if there's any problems you're having getting any of the information. Do you want me to show you some of the pictures, and Daphne, you can comment if there's anything that's similar to what you're doing? Will that work just for a couple minutes?
Sure.
There's Daphne. So,
oh boy, I look different.
No, I thought it was very nice. So this is, some of you have seen this before. This was, I can't remember if it was Chris Miner or Jennifer Pitt, but this is some of our cold meal trays where you can put a complete meal. This is a smaller one. These are the fruit cups. This black one is looks like green beans maybe. So this is a microwavable. It looks like they don't have the anti-fog film on there. It may be cold. Maybe they're taking it to reheat. I'm not sure. These are, I told everybody last time that we do have the little 4-compartment trays now. We have the little 4 compartments that is an actual salad insert, which is this, and also this, which you can use, but we now have the like one size up. Oh, this is just happy people. So these are, I'm just going to go through them real quick. You let me know if anybody has questions or wants to stop. I see the chat box. Tower Dixie Ultra dispenser for your spoons and forks. We'll come back to that in a minute. So these are some of when you asked about hot options, these are some of those. And this was Chris Miner last week, some of the things that he does. And Yeah, because we just have 2 minutes and I definitely want to be. Okay, so Allison, you're saying Tower Dixie Ultra Dispenser. Is that one of those where you pop the button and utensils fall out? Possibly, just let us know. And go ahead.
I was just gonna ask my coworker, she's the one that, does, pays the bills. And I was gonna ask her to see what the name of the dispenser is that we get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Any information at all, you'll get it to me before next Wednesday.
Right. Yes, I will. Yeah.
And I'll send all that out.
I'm just
Okay.
afraid I'll forget.
I'll remind you. Does anybody have any other questions for Daphne? Well, and I'm just going to then pull the PowerPoint out one more time so you can get the link to the product guide if you don't have it. So I'll let you do that if you have anything else to ask. And so this is, I think I'm just going to leave it small like that.
Okay.
You can scan that with your phone. And if you don't have your phone or you need me to do something different, just let me know. I'll send it to you, put it in the chat box, send an email. If you want to be involved in any way or you have any questions, this sales@prefpkg.com. And if it needs to come to me, it'll come to me. If you're in a different area with a different sales rep, it'll go to them or whatever. We do have the loaner program. So if you're interested in that, that's just for this one, the HS48 for the manual. We do have some automated machines, but I've had a couple of customers who've done that and it's worked out very well for them. So if you're interested in that, it's basically you just buy some trays and film, and then you can use it for a while and see if it's something that will work. And remember, we'll send you samples as well. So whatever we can do to help, please let us know if there's something you'd like to see. We have one more Zoom. And it's 10:20, so I'll just close with that. We have one more scheduled next week, and it's Amanda Warren in Stanton, Virginia. Yeah, it was great. The first time I went to see her, I had a blood pressure drop, didn't know it, fainted and threw up all over her kitchen floor, and all of her staff helped me, and they called an ambulance. This is why I love you all so much. You're just so kind and caring. So Daphne, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will remind you to send us your stuff, and everybody stay in touch and be safe. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.